Hi, everybody. Welcome back. This week's episode is brought on the reality at home. So, I wanted to do a special episode for all my working parents, as myself, that work in their business, which is working in things to make it better, on it, working actually inside of it, to doing hair, services, whatever your business is, with children at home, virtual schooling. So right now, our schools are not open, so they'll be doing virtual schooling. My ways of doing things have totally changed. So I'm going to give you this week 3 tips on how to work at home with your children. The best way, I wish somebody would have told me this in the beginning. It only took me 6 months to nail down. So let's get started. So first of all is you have to give yourself grace. Things are not going to plan out like you want them to. There's going to be times where you have little windows. Like right now, my kids are not here listening to this while I'm recording it. So whenever I have a moment, my baby's sleeping, I'm going to get things happening and done. Like this episode, I didn't want them to hear the behind the scenes because I don't want them to think that they're in my way or a burden. That's not it. It's just I've had to rearrange my schedule. And one of those main things is having grace that it's not going to happen at the time I want it to happen. It's going to happen in little window increments throughout my day. And that has been so instrumental to not feeling stressed out and overwhelmed. And surprisingly, that's how I'm still able to get everything I need to get done, plus more than before, because giving myself grace to just make it happen during the day and not having a scheduled out time has been super helpful for me. So that'll be number 1. Give yourself grace. You're doing the best you can, and that's all that matters. Number 2 would be use your time wisely. So when you have little windows of openings where it's quiet and you have time to get something done, do it. Prioritize. So for example, my number 1 priority right now is my podcast. So today I have this special little window where it's quiet. So I'm doing my podcast today to help all you guys out. And instead of focusing on the other 4 things I need to get done this week, I'm putting number 1 priority and I'm getting it done. So make sure that when your kids are home, while they're doing their homework, or when you have that little special window of quiet time, that you use it instead of being on Netflix or, social media, scrolling. Use it for actual productive time, whether it is to, put a load in the wash, whether it is to do your podcast or your, social media post. Is so important to utilize that time. And don't overwhelm yourself. I used to be crazy, I'm not gonna lie, and I used to do like 3 goals per day. Now I just have 5 things for the week and that's it. And it has been so much more alleviating and I haven't been as stressed out at home. It has really helped me out. So just remember, we need to adjust. And I think it's so important to prioritize what really needs to get done. Instead of doing 20 things, putting your energy into 5 key components per week will move you along so much further. It's so important to give yourself a break. You will overwhelm yourself if you just go. Okay. I really love having this podcast because I love sharing things with you guys, not just to talk at you, but to share all the mistakes I have made and hopefully you guys can learn not to do. And one of those things has been to just be on production mode. And what I mean by that is send out that email, answer that call, do this course, do that, do this, check off list, be everything to everyone. And it brought me to a really bad spot. And, I feel really bad. But I've learned that it's okay to slow down. We are humans. We need time for rest. We deserve 7 hours of sleep per night, which I don't get, by the way. But we deserve to just take a break and sit down and, look around us and be like, oh, this is nice. Or look out the trees and just take some time to really focus on ourselves. Kaden, can you please stop, honey? I'm asking you, mi amor. And right now, you guys just heard me, and I'm going to keep this in the episode. My son, I've asked him for the 3rd time to stop whistling because I'm trying to record this without any background noise. But it's not going to happen. And yes, it is frustrating because I have to be super quiet for them for the 4.5 hours that they're at school. And I guess it's too much to ask to be quiet for 5 minutes while I do this. But I still love them, and it doesn't make me a bad mom for having said that. And having said that, take time to take a break. Take time to be with yourself. I've been really focusing on, if you guys watch my stories, I take 40-minute walks every day. Sometimes, like today, when my daughter wakes up from a nap, I'm going to go take another 40-minute walk. Honestly, I've only lost 5 pounds since I started doing this. Only 5 pounds. And I've had to stop because sometimes we have the fires as well on top of everything here. So the air quality is so bad and so dangerous that we can't be outside. So like I'm telling you guys to do this, I'm not just telling you to do it. I'm sharing with you guys because I am living in it. I've had to give myself grace that sometimes I'm going to have to stop and not be able to do the things I need to get done that day because of things going on around my environment. And that's okay. I've had to really prioritize my time. Make sure that when I have a little moment to do something, that I take advantage of that and what's going to be most productive for myself, for my family, and for my business that day. And the last one is that I need breaks too. And some days I need more breaks than others. Like today, I'm going to have 2 breaks instead of 1. So don't feel bad because you're taking time for yourself. I think, in my opinion, and just in my perspective, looking back as I was a child, and you can do the same thing. It's a good exercise. Look back when you were a child, like what affected you more. And for me, I think it's better that I go on a 40-minute walk, maybe once or twice a day to just kind of like refresh and regroup and give myself a break than to be home for those additional 40 minutes all frustrated and, like taking it out on my kids or like just feeling flustered or, like it's not a good space to be in. So sometimes it takes a lot for you to put yourself out of that situation to go say, Mommy needs a break. So remember, self-care is so important. And if we're good, everything around us is good. If we don't feel good, you know this from experience. Think of it back in your life to a time when you have not been well. What happens around you, to your family, to your surroundings. So that's why I always say it all starts within us. And it's so important to take that self-care for ourselves and take a break. Anyways, that was the podcast for this week. As always, feel free to download. I have a freebie on here. I'm going to go ahead and add for you guys just like a couple of quick PDF of ways that you can go ahead and take a break and make sure you do self-care at home and some other helpful tips while you're at home with your children and working from home. Have a great week, and I'll see you guys back here on this podcast of beauty, business, and mindset. Bye, guys.